Hello everyone. Welcome back to AI News Flash with AI Rav. This is your weekly breakdown of the biggest AI moves from November 10th to November 16th, 2025. For business owners, this isn't just hype. It's about staying ahead of where AI is reshaping customer expectations, cost structures, and competition. Let's jump right in. In news from big software, we start with holiday shopping, because that is where a lot of customer money is heading right now. Google just turned its search engine into more of a shopping assistant. You can chat inside search, shop directly inside Gemini, and even use agent-style checkout that helps move you from browsing to buying. There is also a new AI that calls local stores on your behalf, asks questions, then emails or texts you the answers, plus 6 fresh AI tricks inside Google Photos. If you sell products, this is your cue to test how your brand appears when customers talk to Google instead of typing old-school keywords. From holiday shopping, we move to the brain behind many of those assistants. OpenAI launched GPT 5.1, their smarter and more conversational chat GPT update. You now get an instant style model for daily work, warmer and better at following instructions, and a thinking style model for complex reasoning that stays with the problem for longer while still feeling faster. Tone control is improved as well, so your AI can sound like your brand, not a generic robot. Paid users get this first, so if AI touches sales, support, or content in your company, it is a good time to revisit which teammates need access. And since work is rarely a solo sport, OpenAI is also experimenting with group chats. Think of a shared chat room where multiple humans and one AI work together in the same conversation. You can set a system prompt for the whole group and decide if the AI jumps in by itself or only when someone tags it. This lines up with OpenAI's push to make ChatGPT a collaborative productivity tool, very similar to features that Microsoft Copilot has already shown. For business owners, it hints at meeting rooms where your team chats, and the AI quietly handles notes, follow-ups, and context across projects. While office work gets smarter, OpenAI is also looking at something far more personal, your health. They are exploring consumer health apps, including the idea of an AI-powered health assistant. They already launched HealthBench, built with input from 262 physicians to test medical performance, hired people around the health space, and pointed to more useful health answers as a key part of GPT-5. This is not a replacement for doctors, and it should not be used as one, but it might become the first stop for basic questions and triage. If you are in healthcare, insurance, or wellness, now is the time to plan ethics and workflows before your patients show you these tools on their phones. Speaking of phones, let us talk about where your younger customers might be scrolling all day. Snap announced a $400 million cash and equity deal to bring Perplexity's AI search directly into Snapchat. Perplexity gains reach to more than 900 million Snap users, and Snap's stock jumped about 15% on the news. The feature arrives early next year, and search becomes less of a web page and more of a chat inside social apps. If your audience skews younger, your next search strategy may need to include how people discover you inside Snap and chat-based search, not just on Google. Now from social media to national security, Anthropic revealed that a threat actor tried to use Claude Code as part of a large-scale espionage-style operation against roughly 30 global targets. They detected strange usage patterns, shut it down, and believe with high confidence that this was linked to a Chinese state-sponsored group, with AI handling 80 to 90% of the work. The message is clear: bad actors are already using AI at scale. If your company has sensitive data, you need AI policies and monitoring, just like you already have antivirus and password rules. Anthropic is not only fighting attacks, it is also investing for the long game. They plan to invest $50 billion into computing infrastructure in the United States. Together with UK cloud startup FluidStack, they are building custom data centers in New York and Texas, expecting about 800 permanent jobs and around 2,400 construction roles, with first sites planned for 2026. That is a very loud vote of confidence in long-term demand for AI. For business owners, this says AI is not a passing trend, it is becoming part of the base layer your future tools will run on. Let us zoom out of the United States and look at a big move from China in our international AI news segment. Baidu released a new open-source multimodal model with the catchy name ERNIE 4.5 VL 28B A3B Thinking. Underneath that label is a 28 billion parameter model that only activates around 3 billion parameters at a time through smart routing. which means more efficiency. Its standout trick is called thinking with images, where the model zooms in and out of pictures to notice small details and long-tail visual knowledge. Released under the Apache 2.0 license, it is open for commercial use, so global teams can build products without heavy licensing talks. Now, to the creative world of AI, where the charts are starting to sound a little more synthetic. A country song called Walk My Walk by AI artist Breaking Rust just hit #1 on Billboard's Country Digital Song Sales chart. The project has more than 2 million monthly listeners on Spotify. Another AI-linked artist, Zanya Monet, created in part with the AI music tool Suno, has already appeared on multiple Billboard charts this year. Whether you find this exciting or uncomfortable, AI is now sitting on real music charts, not just in tech demos. For brands, this opens the door to custom tracks and audio identities at lower cost, as long as you stay honest with your audience about how it is made. On the visual side, creative workers also got new helpers. PixArt launched PixArt Assistant, a conversational AI inside its editor that helps you brainstorm with text or voice, adjust images and layers, and write localized content on both desktop and mobile. They also released PixArt Flows, which lets you build and save AI-powered workflows, then share those flows for real-time collaboration with your team. If you have a small marketing department, this combo can feel like hiring a junior designer and process coach without adding headcount. CapCut also joined the party with its AI influencer generator. You can create a digital influencer to promote your product in 29 different languages. Right now it is desktop only, and first-time CapCut Pro users are seeing a 40% discount advertised for this feature. You provide the message and product details, and the AI avatar does the talking. For small brands, this can be a quick way to test new languages and offers, as long as you respect disclosure rules and do not try to pass avatars off as real people. Let us shift to infrastructure and regulatory news, the less glamorous side that actually shapes what you can ship. In Europe, the much-discussed AI Act looks like it is softening in some areas. Reports say Brussels is considering a 1-year grace period for some high-risk violations and delaying fines for certain transparency issues. This follows warnings from companies like Meta that strict rules could make it hard to offer modern AI services in Europe. If your business serves European customers, compliance still matters, but it seems regulators are trying to avoid freezing innovation while they figure things out. Markets also got a reminder that hype cycles and money cycles are not the same thing. SoftBank announced that it sold its stake in Nvidia for about $5.8 billion. That sale spooked some investors who worry that the early sprint of AI spending may be slowing or shifting. SoftBank says it plans to put that money into other AI bets, while bond markets are reacting to the overall cost of the AI build-out. Back to Google for a moment, this time on the hardware and privacy side. Google announced new Pixel phone features along with something called Private AI Compute. You now get tools like notification summaries, prompt-based photo edits, Gemini-powered suggestions in messages, and a power-saving maps mode. Private AI Compute promises to keep your data isolated and private, even while using cloud-based Gemini models. For any business that issues Android phones to staff, this is an early example of how on-device privacy and cloud intelligence can live together, which matters a lot for regulated fields. Now let us talk about startups that are quietly sneaking into real workflows. Gamma, sometimes called the anti-PowerPoint startup, hit a valuation of around $2.1 billion. They raised $68 million in new funding, reached $100 million in annual recurring revenue, and released a prompt deck to help users spark ideas. You type a prompt, and Gamma turns it into presentations, websites, or content that you can refine. If your team spends hours wrestling with slides, this can turn that pain into a faster create and polish cycle. Tavus is working on a different kind of presenter. They raised $40 million to keep building Pals, their emotionally intelligent AI avatars for face-to-face style conversations. These digital agents can reportedly see, hear, reason, and take action. And Tavus has built 5 different PALs, each with a distinct personality. You can join the waitlist or watch demos of these avatars in action. Imagine a future where your first product demo, support triage, or onboarding session is handled by a consistent AI avatar, freeing your human team for complex deals and relationships. And if you want those avatars or videos to sound familiar, 11 Labs might have something for you. They launched the iconic marketplace, where you can license AI voices of celebrities and historical figures like Sir Michael Caine, Judy Garland, and John Wayne. You can browse the catalog and request commercial access. And there is a video where a recreated Michael Caine voice introduces the platform For content creators and brands, this can bring premium voiceovers into reach, as long as you stay inside the licensing rules and use the voices with respect. 11 Labs also looked beyond creative work into hardcore infrastructure for voice. They introduced Scribe version 2, Real-Time, a speech-to-text model designed for live use. It delivers transcription in under 150 milliseconds, supports over 90 languages, and is tuned for agent-style scenarios like live support. They report accuracy of about 93.5% across 30 common European and Asian languages. And it is available through their API or inside 11 Labs agents. If your business runs call centers, webinars, or global meetings, this kind of tool can transform how you capture, search, and reuse conversation. In news from big software, we start with holiday shopping, because that is where a lot of customer money is heading right now. Google just turned its search engine into more of a shopping assistant. You can chat inside search, shop directly inside Gemini, and even use agent-style checkout that helps move you from browsing to buying. There is also a new AI that calls local stores on your behalf, asks questions, then emails or texts you the answers, plus 6 fresh AI tricks inside Google Photos. If you sell products, this is your cue to test how your brand appears when customers talk to Google instead of typing old-school keywords. From holiday shopping, we move to the brain behind many of those assistants. OpenAI launched GPT 5.1, their smarter and more conversational chat GPT update. You now get an instant style model for daily work, warmer and better at following instructions, and a thinking style model for complex reasoning that stays with the problem for longer while still feeling faster. Tone control is improved as well, so your AI can sound like your brand, not a generic robot. Paid users get this first, so if AI touches sales, support, or content in your company, it is a good time to revisit which teammates need access. And since work is rarely a solo sport, OpenAI is also experimenting with group chats. Think of a shared chat room where multiple humans and one AI work together in the same conversation. You can set a system prompt for the whole group and decide if the AI jumps in by itself or only when someone tags it. This lines up with OpenAI's push to make ChatGPT a collaborative productivity tool, very similar to features that Microsoft Copilot has already shown. For business owners, it hints at meeting rooms where your team chats, and the AI quietly handles notes, follow-ups, and context across projects. While office work gets smarter, OpenAI is also looking at something far more personal, your health. They are exploring consumer health apps, including the idea of an AI-powered health assistant. And that's a wrap for this week's AI News Flash. If you prefer to read, the full blog and sources are live on AI for businessowners.substack.com. Share this with a friend who's building something bold and remind them, AI is not slowing down, so neither should their curiosity. See you next week on AI News Flash with AI Rab. And that's a wrap for this week's